Alrighty, guys, here we are. It's the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion campaign. So, pretty excited for this. I actually went and watched the movie the day that it came out. So, seen it in theaters, really enjoyed it. Gonna avoid any spoilers that I can, but if you look in the thing here, it does say spoiler warning refers to events from Jurassic World Dominion. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to have anything spoiled for you, you might want to look away. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started here, so let's jump right in.
As John Hammond realized his vision for Jurassic Park, his competitors began to see the potential of InGen's work. One of their main rivals, Biosyn, looked to close the gap by stealing the advantages that InGen and Dr. Wu had worked so hard to gain. To do this, they would need someone on the inside. So they enlisted a disgruntled computer engineer named Dennis Nedry. A plan was devised to steal InGen's dinosaur embryos, with an inconspicuous canister created to house the precious commodity. Nobody really knows what happened that fateful night. What is certain is that Dennis Nedry and the samples were never seen again. Biosyn had failed. Unfortunately, so too had Hammond's dream. Decades later, businessman Simon Mizrahi tried again, this time succeeding in delivering Hammond's vision to the world. Tragically, things didn't go as planned. Biosyn was waiting for its time, and they found it in the aftermath of Jurassic World's downfall. Now, led by Louis Dodgson, a new era was dawning. While we don't know what the future holds, history has a habit of repeating itself.
Just look at it. It's beautiful. We are so close to realizing Biosyn's dream, one that InGen could never achieve. Once we get dinosaurs here, it will be perfect.
A perfect display of evolution.
Luck favors the bold. We were prepared. Now we need to finish the job. Give me the latest on the animals.
We're isolated, which makes for a challenging landscape. We are still at a disadvantage until we understand more about this ecosystem and how our new friends will adapt to it.
We need more information and time. The last thing we want is for them to not adapt and die.
Oh, they'll adapt. I believe that. They adapted to 2 parks and a few islands. They're adapting now. They'll be just fine. Just get them here.
I'm not sure we are totally ready to understand everything we need to.
Just get them here. Leave the rest up to Mother Nature. And me.
Alright, here we go. No power.
I guess what they say is true. It's location, location, location.
More than you realize. This is perfect. Keeps us away from the public's prying eyes, and keeps the political do-gooders at arm's length.
To think what InGen had and fumbled away. They never saw the bigger picture.
All dinosaur and zero business.
That is where Biosyn wins. We bring a balance that InGen never understood. We see the whole picture.
Okay, what's our next step? I don't want to waste any time getting this going.
Oh boy, it's basically another tutorial.
Well, it all starts with the control center.
Remember, it needs to be connected to the Hyperloop network.
All right then. Get started.
Alright, so the Hyperloop is an underground network that can be used to connect certain buildings together instead of paths. The control center acts as the junction between the Hyperloop and the path network. Must be connected to the research compound via Hyperloop at all times. The Hyperloop can conduct power to connected buildings if the hydropower hub is part of the network. Alright, so upgrade slots 2, Hyperloop. I mean, I guess this right here will work. Why not? Connect the Hyperloop from the control center to the research compound. Well, let's see what happens if we finish this. It should be connected, right? There we go. Okay.
Everything's in place for us to get our new research compound constructed.
Great. Then we can focus on getting it operational.
So, hydropower hub provides power to structures within its radius, also provides power through its hyperloop connection. Construct an operational hydro power hub. Make sure the research compound is powered via the hyperloop. So we'll just make sure that it's in this radius, I guess. There we go. So that should be connected right there. Let's fast forward here. All right.
Isaac, update?
Everything's going to plan. We should have the research we need shortly.
Great. Carry on.
All right, so we need to research. Well, this screen is completely different. Stage 1. We need core facilities. Just kind of looking at the scenery here.
Okay, that did it. We have access to the core facilities research.
Great. Our vision is coming together with each building we get operational.
We just need to ensure we can handle all the dinosaurs when they arrive.
I think we can do that.
It's all starting to come together, just as we envisioned. We are leaving InGen in our dust.
Well, I will give them some credit. They did resurrect the dinosaurs from extinction.
Sure, through a rushed agenda and lazy science. We're doing it right. Their failures were our education. We won't be making the same mistakes Hammond and his team made. InGen always fell in love with their own wonder. They wanted to prove to the world that they could do it. Once they did, they wanted to showcase them as circus freaks and rub our faces in it. They didn't get it. Evolution is not just DNA and frogs. It also happens in business to advance the world. Think of what we will bring to the world. Think of what we will bring to humanity. New medicines, biotechnology, beauty products, you name it, we will own it. I want to see a functioning facility. That is the only way we can secure the dinosaur survival.
Absolutely, we'll get it done.
See that you do. A lot is riding on it.
These buildings will need a path connection to another building which already has a hyperloop connection to the research compound. Okay, so pause it here. So we need a response facility, a paleomedical facility, and an emergency shelter. We're also going to have to make a path here. And then let's go ahead and connect these paths. Okay. Now it says no path to other buildings, but maybe it's because these buildings haven't been finished yet. I'm hoping that that'll go away. There it goes. Okay.
We've been authorized to expand our team, specifically scientists. Look over the candidates and let's add some to our operation.
All right. Recruit additional scientists and increase total skills to... Need 6 logistics, 6 genetics, 6 welfare. Okay.
Hey, I have exciting news. We're closing in on some exclusive Biosyn tech. Invisible fencing. It'll secure the animals while removing the traditional man-made constructs that have surrounded their environments.
So, no visible barrier between us and the dinosaurs? That sounds terrifying.
The more these animals believe they are not in cages, the healthier they will be.
Yeah, that will make them easier to care for.
I think we'd better place some research outposts as well. We can observe our animals safely from there.
You know, it's bad enough that dinosaurs never knew what a fence was until we placed them around them. But what if they become dependent on them to feel safe? At least they could see a barrier between us and them. How are they even going to trust their environment with invisible fences? How are they even going to know where they are?
Oh, believe me, they'll feel it if they try to cross one.
Yeah, that. I don't know. Look, it feels like we're messing with them and how comfortable they'll be in their environment.
You're concerned about fences? The dinosaurs never saw a human before either, and that hasn't stopped us.
It looks like this building is being built as well as we're like researching. I've noticed this building like getting bigger. Or maybe it's just constantly building.
Isaac,
Can't
we've
tell.
got an issue. We're in need of more power.
How close are we to maximum output?
Already there. We won't be able to hold much longer.
Then we'll need to research how to get more. Upgraded power stations is the way forward. Let's get to it.
Alright, research basic power technology upgrades. Apply the increased output upgrade to the hydropower hub. Okay. There's the staff center. I was going to say, pretty sure we're going to need one of these. And then apply the increased output to the hydro power hub, which would be here. Increased output.
Before we go any further, there's something I want from you. Through my connections, I've arranged for a number of dinosaurs to be delivered here to our facility. They're coming all the way from Isla Sorna, so you'll have some time to prepare for their arrival. I'm confident you won't let me down.
They're going to need enclosures, secure enclosures. Safety is essential for them and us.
And we have to get this right. We don't need another InGen or Mazrani incident.
Absolutely. We will do better.
Okay, so we need to make an enclosure. Stegosaurus, Gallimimus, Parasaur, those should be able to all go in together. And then that should be big enough for all of them. I don't know if we need like viewing galleries or anything or what. I mean, I guess we probably do. This viewing thing is pretty cool. It's got quite the view radius. Once they spread out there, they should be all right. It says prepare enclosures, which has me a little concerned. Enclosures like plural, so hopefully we can make one enclosure work here. They don't mind hadrosaurs, so Parasaurolophus will be fine. And mimuses, yeah, so these will be fine. As long as we can get the terrain right, that is. Then we'll get these parasaurs in here, and these parasaurs should be fine. There we go, those are at 100%, so...
Transportation underway.
Might end up needing to put a little bit more water in here.
Asset transported.
These guys need ground nut.
It looks like the enclosures are ready.
We need to make these habitats as desirable for the dinosaurs as we can.
There we go. And then once they spread out, there's plenty of forest.
Ramsey,
There they go.
I've been going through the data, and I think we can make some real progress if we get a research outpost connected to our Hyperloop.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Awesome. Then let's make it happen.
All right, so I've already
Without
done
proper
that.
security, we slip into the same chaos that brought down our rivals. But our ranger team should be capable of maintaining order.
We'll set up the necessary patrols.
Yeah, I don't have to remind you, Remote monitoring can only go so far.
Of course. We'll get right on it.
All right, Stegosaurus still at 100. Gallimimus still at 100. And Parasaur still at 100. All right, so this enclosure worked. We got all three of them in the same enclosure. All the dinosaurs can be reached by a ranger post, so we got that going. There we go.
Have you ever heard the phrase, "You are victims of your own success"? Because, gentlemen, that's where you find yourselves. Both of you.
Not sure I follow.
It means we're doing our job, so we can take on even more.
Whatever the challenge, we're ready.
Then welcome to the Biosyn Genetics Research Compound Phase 3. This will allow us to continue expanding our genetic engineering division and take our operations to the next level. Biosyn is counting on you. More importantly, I am counting on you.
We need perfect genetic samples for the best outcome. That is something Biosyn will write a check for.
Yeah, but we're not yet in control. We're dependent on others until we get in a position to send out our own expeditions. And I don't like being unable to control the outcome of something.
Yes, but once this research is done, we'll be able to send out our own expeditions. We should be in a better place around our samples.
If we own and control it, it's better for Biosyn. And you.
All right. So we're going to be doing some expeditions here. Construct an operational expedition center and fossil center.
Okay, we are ready to build an expedition center.
Don't forget, we'll need a fossil center too.
Understood.
These buildings will put Biosyn at the cutting edge of bioengineering.
There we are. So once those finish, we'll be good on that mission. There we go.
My understanding is
Amber
that
Mine.
we're ready to send out a team?
That's correct.
Good. I want you to start with an amber mining expedition. This valley wasn't chosen by accident. This area is rich with amber. And I intend for Biosyn to exploit that. Insects trapped in prehistoric tree sap. That is what we need.
This is where our dinosaurs begin.
This amber is going to be the time capsule that links us back to the era of the dinosaurs.
It's a window to the past. And worth billions. Ramsey, have our scientists extract what they can from the fossils. That'll increase our genome diversity.
Yes, on it. And what is the end goal of this?
To do the impossible. Again.
All right, so we need genome for Dimetrodon. I already sent him out for it. So we should be getting it back here any second. There it goes. All right. Dimetrodon. Take us to 71%. We can put our genetic specialist on that. So we'll send them out again. Faster expeditions. It's only going to take 40 seconds. So yeah, we'll let that go. So this is almost like another tutorial. I know that this campaign is completely separate from the original campaign of this game. So we were right in our original assumptions that there was going to be more added on to the campaign of the game. Because the original campaign in this game was pretty short. But the guess was that it was because they put a lot of stuff in that had to do with the movie. And they didn't want to release that content until the movie released. So definitely makes sense. And having seen the movie, you know, like I said, I'm doing the absolute best I can here to not spoil anything. But everything seems, you know, to make sense so far. We got more fossils here. We're gonna have to wait for our fossils to finish extracting. Luckily, you know, this is the campaign, so it's not like challenge mode where we have to be like super finicky about everything we do. We're making money already, so should be pretty straightforward. I'm sure some of these missions eventually are gonna get a little bit annoying, but for the most part, this should be pretty straightforward until we get to Chaos Theory and challenge mode. So, new viable genome, but they want us. No, they did want us at 50% with it.
That's it. We've had a breakthrough. An entirely new genome.
So what you're saying is we've discovered a new dinosaur? One we've never seen before?
Sort of. It is incredible, but it's not actually a dinosaur per se. It's a prehistoric synapsid called Dimetrodon.
Huh. Did Hammond have one of these?
I don't believe so.
Perfect. A Biosyn exclusive.
This DNA is only part of the puzzle, though. We still need to build a hatchery and then synthesize this new breed.
Once we've done that, we can incubate and release them.
I can't wait.
Is how much power are we currently using? We're using 140 out of 180. So we're probably going to end up needing another one of these. So let's go ahead and just build a second one. And then I'm going to build it like back here. And then that'll be connected. And then what we can do is we can use these repeater substations. And that'll allow us to power more area out here. I forgot that we don't need to run the path out here, because you can just take the little hyperloop thing, which is kind of cool. So we need to get a hatchery, which we can just put out here. Connect this to the path. There we go. All right. So we need to release some of these. Let's go ahead and rest our one scientist here. Man, this building back here is still building, it looks like. So it is like constantly building. It's not just when we're like researching stuff. So this building is just slowly building over time. I'm definitely liking this hyperloop system though. Just not having to deal with paths and all that. I can see how this would be really cool. You can make some really neat stuff with this. Alright, so we have an aggressive and an intolerant. Which is fine, as long as the aggressive one comes out as the alpha. And then our staff is currently busy, so we gotta wait a second for our staff to finish resting. Yeah, we got a pretty good amount of space though to play with. I'm sure that eventually this is gonna end up getting mostly taken up. The scenery here is nice though. I mean, just all this forest. All right, let's go ahead and make these things. We got plenty of money, so no reason to hold back on that. Minute 48 for these. It's a minute 48 for me. It'll be like 2 seconds for you. Dramatic piano music. It's like a little foggy in there in the forest. We need to release these via airlift. All right, so they just need a regular feeder. And they need sand. And they need a lot of water, which I figured as much. There we go. It's kind of a neat little enclosure. Let's take a look at these guys. Look at you. So it's technically not a dinosaur, but, you know, prehistoric reptile. I think it's a reptile anyways. Oh, jeez. Fighting already. Look at that one run. Really does run like a lizard. We need this one
Thanks
to
in
be
part to
our
your
alpha.
efforts, it's becoming clear that Biosyn will be the home of paleobiology moving forward.
Our future is found in the past.
I like that. Sure, we've had some difficulties, that was expected, but you handled it well. I think we can now move forward with the next phase of Biosyn. We have a
All right.
world-class operation. Let's take it global. Biosyn will represent the past, present, and future. So, what do we focus on next?
We focus on upgrading our research compound. That'll give us benefits across the board.
I want a crown jewel. Something we can all be proud of. Do the research. We're shooting for 100% complete dinosaur genomes.
The genetic link between birds and dinosaurs has long been established. Now, with a feathered dinosaur, we can finally have our proof.
Yeah, with a living specimen. It's gonna be incredible. Well, what are we waiting for? Time to get started on the research.
Oh, is this finally finished? This building might actually finally be finished. Yep. Looks like it did in the movie.
Magnificent. Biosyn is at the brink of excellence. Everything InGen aspired to be, and more.
It is truly something. I just...
Just what?
Well, this is the point InGen thought they had everything in place. Then it all unraveled from there.
Yeah, let me put your fears to rest. I am not Hammond. He was all ego. I am not Masrani and his tech-first approach. We are set up to succeed, and that is what we're going to do.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that...
No, I understand what you're trying to say. There is truth in it. But we're in a far better position to succeed because others have failed. Hammond and Masrani both brought tremendous advances to the world. They just had a narrow vision of it. We do not. We see the whole picture. We see the balance of it. Where there are advancements, there needs to be a business that supports it.
That makes sense.
Look, Biosyn's not just interested in the dinosaurs. They have the potential to provide improvements for all life on this planet. If we don't jump on this opportunity, someone else will. So why not us?
And that's the end of the campaign. On to the next thing. Wouldn't that be some crap? Research the following. Amber
We're
mine
looking
level
for
2,
research on a
Pyroraptor.
very specific
All right.
animal. If I were to say that its name means Olympus Fire Thief...
A Pyroraptor?
Yes, exactly.
Before we can proceed any further, we'll need to send a team out for Pyroraptor amber samples.
No problem.
It looks like we should be able to achieve a complete, uncompromised genome with the Pyroraptor.
That should make Dodson happy.
There we go. So we'll research that. And then what? We got Dreadnoughtus. There's the Therizinosaurus and Giganotosaurus. Was there anything else we needed to research? It said that we needed to research like level 2 of the amber mines. Oh, I bet it's this. Amber mines, level 2. Makes sense that the person that does the expeditions is the one researching the deeper down expeditions. So that actually worked out pretty well. In just an oddly satisfying kind of way. It's not like it actually mattered, but you know. In my head, it made sense. Alright, so now we need to go down to level 2 so we can start looking for Pyroraptor, which is right there. So, Pyroraptor. We'll send them out to start looking for those, and then we're going to rest our scientists here. Alright, expedition complete. So let's take a look at our fossils here. Set them to the task, and then we'll send them back out from... Oh, wait. Apparently not. Was that it? Was there only one with Pyroraptor? Apparently. Extraction capacity. Let's take a look here. Where is this at? Let's research this extraction capacity. I got the feeling we're going to be having to do some more extractions later on, so it'd be nice to be able to do more extractions at a time. All right, so now we can come in here on this, add some more extraction capacity. That did not get us to 100%. Where's the rest of the Pyroraptor then? Oh, it's on level 1. Faster expeditions in this. It's only going to take a minute. Alright, let's take a look. Nailed it. Okay. So researching that one thing was pretty clutch there. The extra extraction slots.
I think with a little research, we should be able to get a batch of Pyroraptors ready for release.
All right then, let's get a team on it.
It may not be easy, but it is necessary. Can you imagine what would have happened already to this facility without us being here?
I'd rather not.
Me either, so let's stay on task. Biosyn needs us, and the dinosaurs need us even more.
The Pyroraptors are going to require an enclosure.
Let's try and make it as suitable as we can for them. The last thing we need is for these animals to be irritated.
Alright, so let's make these guys an enclosure. And then something I want to try here. Realistically, you should be able to put these like in the middle of the enclosures. Yeah. I was going to say, if you have to take the Hyperloop in order to get to these, you should be able to just put these in the middle of the enclosures anyways. Because it doesn't need a path connecting it, so that'll be cool. Can start to put these in here. Although I feel bad for the maintenance people that are going to have to come in and fix this thing. Because I guarantee you there's going to be some maintenance on those every now and then. So they better come up with a plan for keeping those Pyroraptors distracted. But hey, that's not my problem. Since we're not being super realistic with this. Because, yeah. Super realistic, that probably wouldn't work super well. Because, yeah, your maintenance people would kind of struggle a little bit. So, let's take a look here. And we're just going to select all of them, because why not? 2.3 million, that's fine. We got plenty of money. Making like a little moat here. Maybe that would be how you do it. But then again, if you've seen the trailer for Jurassic World Dominion, you'll know that the Pyroraptor can swim. So yeah, that probably still wouldn't work out very well. But it does look cool. And, you know, the Pyroraptors would come here to drink, clearly. And this thing would be, like, right there. I know it's a small touch, but I really like this mist that's in here. Did they add in, like, a specific type of forest for that, or... It would be nice if we could get a specific, like, whatever this forest is here. It'd be nice if we had the ability to actually make that. Dinosaur ready to release. Alright, so let's release all of these into here.
Heading to pick up the asset. Acknowledging asset collection request.
So, open
I'm gonna need
space,
your
forest,
help. Some
prey.
of my operatives managed to obtain dinosaurs from Isla Nublar, and now I think it's the right time to bring them here. We can accommodate them, right? Because I really don't want to let this opportunity pass us by.
Alright.
Asset has been delivered.
let's slow down time for a second here and take a look. We got Ankylosaurus, Apatosaurus, Stygimoloch. Double check here. So Stygimoloch is a pachycephalosaurid, so that'll be fine. And Apatosaurus is obviously a... Oh, did they change that? Apatosaurus can go in with Brachiosaurus now? That's new. That wasn't like that before. And it likes ankylosaurids and sauropods, yeah. So all of these will go in just fine together. So we need just one enclosure for them, which we can put... I guess we can just continue on here. We'll just keep going this way. We'll just take the Hyperloop this way, and then it'll just kind of circle back, and... It's going to be multiple dinosaurs in here, so we'll make sure that that's plenty big enough, especially for that Apatosaurus. And then, same thing as before, we'll take this and we'll put it right in the middle.
Asset transportation in progress.
We'll just connect that to there, and bam, look at that. Now we will need a repeater station in order to power these fences. And then we are going to need to put a gate on this one. I forgot to put a gate, as I always do. And then, how did that vehicle even get in here? I'm not sure how that vehicle even got in here.
Asset delivered.
Let's take a look at these guys here. So, they've pretty much covered their whole enclosure here. So let's start... throwing some extra stuff in here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so these guys liked a lot of forest. And then, let's see here. Apatosaurus, how the crap are you saying you're missing forest? Yeah, go ahead and spread out a little bit. I think you'll find what you're looking for.
This is what I was afraid of. There is a disease spreading through our population. This is what happens when you push too far.
We'd better start researching a cure and do it, like, yesterday.
Do what you have to and do it quickly. We could have a full-scale disaster on our hands if we're not careful.
Confirming asset delivery.
Alright, this guy's just missing water, so it just needs to expand over there a little bit. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, of course, tuberculosis. Who'd have guessed? In the meantime, we'll let these guys kind of expand a little bit and continue to find that water. So they should be almost where they need to be. There they go. Apatosaurus still needs to expand to find the rest of its forest, but there's plenty of forest over there. Alright. So we'll let that start going out there to cure all those. This needs ground fruit we're going to need more of. Hopefully not too much of. Because otherwise that'll be an issue. Alright, I might end up extending this enclosure out. We'll have to see what happens here. Ankylosaurus says it's still missing ground leaf, but there's a bunch over in this one corner down here. The Stygi is happy. There we go. That should be all the tuberculosis taken care of. Oh boy. Now we're getting into some big dinosaurs here.
Now we are really getting somewhere. This is the Biosyn I'd always envisioned.
I'm pleased to report that our biodiversity is solid. The facility can support a range of animals.
That means all of our... well, Biosyn's dinosaurs are in play.
We could not be in a better position. But it leads me to think...
Think about what?
Don't we owe it to the world to bring more to the table? Every new species presents Biosyn with new possibilities. Medicine, materials, mathematics, we are just scratching the surface. But I am an impatient man. I want to show the world our full potential, and I want to do so now. That is the only way we destroy InGen. I want them to be a distant memory. Right now, I want more species. As fast as you can make them. Don't pepper me with excuses on why not. I need ways to make this a reality.
With all due respect, there is a risk to everything we do. The more species we bring back, the more complex of a biosphere we have to manage. We can only push so far.
When you think you have pushed as far as you can go, push harder. This genie is not going back in the bottle.
Alright. So, let's do Dreadnoughtus first, because that's going to be a finicky one. Actually, I'm guessing we have to research that, don't we? Yep, well, and Dreadnoughtus was going to be first anyways, so... Yeah, we could put Dreadnoughtus back here somewhere. And then we'll start to take our Hyperloop this direction. Put Therizinosaurus in here. Can put the Giga, like, in the center. And we'll see what else we end up needing after that. And then... Let's see, do we have the ability to go down to the next level? I would assume we do. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll research Amber Mine level 3. Have 150 operatives in your facility. Alright, let's see what fossils we got. Oh, these are some big fossils. So we're only going to be able to do a couple at a time. And then, let's see here. Now we have Amber Mine level 3. So let's take a look at the level 3 down here. Sinoceratops, T-Rex, Stygimoloch, Velociraptor. There's another Dreadnoughtus, Triceratops. Yeah, so let's do another expedition for Dreadnoughtus. At least have a lot of stuff anyways. Let's sell that mineral. And then what are we going to need for the Therizinosaurus? Man, 18 total. We might not have enough for that, so we might have to research the next level of training for our scientists. Alright, let's see what we got here. There we go. See, I called that one. Alright. So once that's done, we'll have 100% genome for the Dreadnoughtus, and we can go ahead and start working on that. And then we'll have to start working towards the Therizinosaurus after that. And then we'll be pretty solid there. Now let's go ahead and get this Dreadnoughtus going. I don't remember how many. It only needs one. The synthesis batch size is only 1, so cheaper incubation. There we go. So it's going to take, oh my gosh, 8 minutes. Well, better get started. You know, I haven't looked at these Pyroraptors yet. They need a tad bit more forest. Pretty neat looking. What's their appeal? 152? Alright. So, let's release this via airlift. Get this moved all the way over here.
Asset to be collected.
Let's go ahead and... Can we get the Rizno? Man, just barely, but we were able to get it. we'll get the Rizno going. Remove this forest from this water. And there we go. So that thing should be set now. So we'll just give it a second to spread out a little bit here. Increase its terrain, or its enclosure space. Territory is the word I was looking for. So yeah, this enclosure is plenty big enough for it. We could definitely get a second one in here if we really wanted to. Alright, research complete. There's Xenosaurus, or there is no Saurus. Alright, so I'm going to assume that you find that there is Xenosaurus on level 3 and level 4. So faster expeditions, and then we can just put that person there. And then let's see about researching level 4. We can't do level 4 yet because we need 150 operatives in your facility. We only have 150, so... Or we only have 127. Not 150. We need 150. So that's going to take us to like 82% or something like that. And then I would imagine that that's going to be all of them. So we can just release it at 82%. Or we can research level 4 and try to get it to 100%. Oh, see, we have to get it to 100%. So, we are going to have to research level 4. So let's go ahead and, there we go. And then let's see if we can research, yeah, let's research the next level of training for our scientists. Alright. Let's release this and put it in here. All the way over here.
Asset collection request.
So, there's that one, that one, that one, and there we go. So let's get this Giga researched. We should be able to do the Giga. There we go. So that'll take us to 100% with this. And let's go ahead and rest up any scientists we can, so that way they're ready to go. Alright. So it's only a minute and a half to synthesize this. Cheaper incubation. And then let's see here. That one, so we got 5 minutes. And then let's go ahead and get another one cooked up. Because we know we're probably going to need at least 2. If we can get 2 in here, that'd be awesome. All right. Let's get this Giga released.
Picking up asset.
We'll throw that in there. Put a gate. Research available. Amber mine level 4.
Asset transportation complete.
Look at that bad boy. That's such an improvement. The old skin for the Giga on here was kind of silly, but this is way more like it. Amber mine level 4 complete. So we'll get the last little bit for that. There is no Saurus. Alright, let's see what fossils we got here. Oh, what the crap. Of course. We're one short, so we're gonna have to do this twice.
Asset delivery.
It's only a batch size of 1, though. Which is kind of annoying. But I think the T-Rex only has a batch size of 1 as well. Well, batch size 1 to 2.
Confirmed.
The real test is going to be seeing how much space this thing needs. If it doesn't need that much space, then this thing could be a real champ when it comes to appeal. Not the cheapest dinosaur out there, I can tell you that already, but... Alright, here we go. There is no Saurus. We'll get that put right in here.
En route to collect the asset.
That's it. I think we've done all we can. We've optimized the compound as much as possible. It can support everything you wanted. The choice is all yours.
Well, ours. The choice is ours.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna second that, really.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you two. It would be foolish of me not to include you in what happens next. We don't want any missteps.
You know, I'd like to see what this facility is really capable of.
Me too. I think it can handle more dinosaurs.
Well, I know we can.
I'm proud of you both. This is Biosyn at its best.
Any dinosaurs we still need in the facility?
Let me check the research.
We've got to make sure we get them all. This is too great an opportunity to miss.
Once in a lifetime, right? I mean, for the dinos and for us. With all that's happening, we still want to keep an eye on our dinosaur visibility and comfort ratings.
Agreed. Let's keep them on target.
So, there's the there is no. Ground leaf. Oh my gosh, this thing doesn't require, like, any space. Are you kidding me? Now, it could end up getting ridiculous with, when you add a second one. That is possible. But, so far, this thing, like, has required no space. I mean, I made it a fairly reasonable size enclosure. This thing might be overpowered. Holy crap. Yeah, so let's make a... We'll make at least one more of these. My gosh, this thing is gonna be nuts. I got a good feeling about there is no on here. That amount of space that it takes, money's typically not much of an issue. So that small amount of space, that could end up being pretty awesome. Now I do have another idea too. So it says increase total dinosaurs to 75. It doesn't say what dinosaurs. I think we can get away with just spamming a couple a couple dinosaurs and just putting a crap load of them in here. It's obviously probably not what they intended, but they have Gallimimus. I could just make an absolute crap ton of Gallimimus, throw them in there, and call it good. Or I can make a crap load of compies. In fact, let's just make a crap load of compies, call it a day. So I am 100% going to be spamming 26 compies. Taking the easy way out. Okay, so it did, no, actually it didn't. It just has too much forest. There. Yeah, I was gonna say, it didn't even really increase the enclosure all that much. So, that's 2 there is no's in here for 1,200 apiece. Whew. Yeah, we're going to be able to get some pretty crazy enclosures out of those things.
Asset has been collected. Confirming asset
These helicopters are just constantly flying back and forth. You mean to tell me you couldn't put, you know, more than one of these small little things on this helicopter? You're going to fly this huge helicopter all the way over here just for that one tiny little compy? That is kind of silly. I mean, you should be able to just do like a crate of them.
Asset Transportation complete.
So I have to wait for these to all be moved before I can release these, but as soon as I press the button, I'll, yeah, complete the mission.
Asset being
And I'm guessing, because nothing popped up, that that's the end of this mission. Mission complete.
This facility, it's remarkable.
You can say that again.
Let's call it a Biosyn sanctuary.
Although, that does sound like marketing rather than reality.
Well, reality is the one we make, right?
Even if it isn't accurate,
These dinosaurs are an asset to the world, one we need to share with it. However, we do this on our terms and our timelines.
We've done our best for the dinosaurs, and for Biosyn. We did our jobs, and we did them well. This is no time to be looking back.
then we look forward to all the possibilities that we are about to share with the world.
To the future of Biosyn genetics.
Was that it? Was that the whole thing?
Spearheaded by Louis Dodgson, Biosyn Genetics ushered in a new era of bioengineering, building a utopia for their dinosaur creations. But in the shadows, Dodgson was devising a more sinister plan. They were engineering prehistoric locusts, capable of destroying any crop or farmland not using Biosyn seeds. Doctors Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant discovered their plans and infiltrated Biosyn's restricted research area.
Well, it's a good thing I watched
They
the
were
movie
able
before
to
I played
collect
this.
the DNA evidence they needed to prove Biosyn's nefarious intent. Attempting to cover his tracks, Dodgson destroyed the evidence, causing a catastrophe in the valley. He would meet his own demise as a raging inferno tore through the area, putting all life at risk. Fortunately, most of the dinosaurs were saved and the fire was contained. The valley, however, remains a scorched landscape in need of healing, with Biosyn's legacy left hanging in the balance.
Oh, there's another mission.